No, it's no argument. It's no argument. My
Mm.
whole thing is people focus. You focus too much on the theory of a relationship and not the practicality of how it's going to work moving forward. The theory is what's killing everybody. The theory that I'm going to marry a rich man, the idea of a rich man, the idea of a wealthy woman, the idea of a marriage, but nobody's putting together the pieces about how it's going to work practically.
But you have to, because you have to have two people who want one another in the first place before you can
Okay,
get to all the rest of that.
yeah, I understand all of that. But what we're trying to say, what I'm going to say,
Help me
is that
understand.
that's why you need to have a goal and you need to have knowledge of each other's skill set. You need to have knowledge of each other's talents so that way you guys can know how those interact with each other. So when it comes down to you talking about women being educated and women having money and women having this and this, a man that's standing on his own 2 feet, I don't care if he makes 50,000 and she make 1 million. If he's a man defined as what we know of a man, he doesn't affirm himself through his her money. It's different from women to men. A
Mm.
man doesn't affirm himself through a woman's income.
And you agree that that's historic. That's not new, right?
No, that has it's just it's just base function. A man that wants to be a man that affirms himself standing on his own 2 feet. I don't affirm myself through association.
Okay. Well, I chose to do the same thing for myself.
Yeah, but hold on before you move further. That's that's the another issue is that you moving like a man move, and that's not
Okay.
where you want to
But here's
be
the
at.
thing. Okay, so here's the thing. When I was in my 20s, I wasn't like this. I didn't have the power to be. I wanted the same wanted my stuff to look like everybody else's family. I want to hurry up and get married and start popping out babies. Because it wasn't up to me and because I kept walking around the hood talking about I want to have a farm, I kept getting that nice little, if you ever saw the movie The Wood when the dude was dancing with the girl and he was dancing funny, so she pat him on the shoulder. I was
Mm-hmm.
getting that pat every time I brought up farming and farming and agriculture. And I'm up north, which
Mm-hmm.
is why that it's not the thing up here in Chicago. Everybody came to Chicago because their grandparents were escaping agriculture in the South. It
Mm-hmm.
became an interest of mine, something I started trying to do. Got a lot of that pat on the shoulder, like, yeah, that's nice, good for you. So if I didn't find the right type of work that would allow me to buy my own home, if I didn't find the land on my own, if I didn't do all this by myself, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to lay claim on the dream that I had since I was a teenager. So
Okay.
I'm not sure. I wasn't trying to move like a man moves. I was trying to have the things that a man would not give me, and I had to
Okay.
have.
It's and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not gonna discredit you trying to get that.
But don't say I
Everything
was
that
trying to
you
be a man. I was never trying to be a man. I
but in
dream of, I fantasize about the man who will come and outmask and be man enough to not say that I'm being a man. You know what I mean?
right. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm not gonna say that you getting your dream was you doing the man part. That's not the man part. The man part was you saying that you did all that to affirm yourself, and now you looking for a man to be intimidated you. But that's the thing that we try to understand, that we trying to explain, is that no matter what, you want a man that is above you, so that way you can feel affirmed in who you are already. You got what you wanted, right? Because a man didn't give it to you. Now you're looking for a man to have a little bit more than you, so you can take your rightful
No,
place under him.
I want a man who has more masculinity than me. I want a man who,
Right. But
but
so hold on,
financially
hold on,
wise.
hold on. Just wait. Follow me for a second. You
Mhm.
you you obtained something that a man didn't give you. So you took on the workload that you expected a man to do because he wasn't there. Now at this point in your life, you want a man that is tracking a little bit harder and faster than you, so that way you can be now under him in your femininity, right?
Uh, that's closer to it. Yes.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So now, how do you want that? How do you want that man to be better than you?
I want that man. I don't want him to be better than me. I want him to have interests. I want him to have interests that are similar to my own, so that we can share so that we can share our days together.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you a question, Miss Antoinette?
Yeah, of course.
With what with what you just said, I mean, are you trying, like, are you taking any like initiative of your own to try to, like, I don't know like where you're from, or I don't even know where, I don't know any, like, man that's like into, agriculture and farming and stuff like that, but are you doing anything to even try to find that type of man though that has those same interests as you?
I don't go out looking for men a lot. I've had a few men who have tried to approach me, and then it's like, okay, well, let's get to know one another while we, hang out here and do some digging and play in the dirt. And I've had guys either not know what the hell was going on. They thought that they knew something about agriculture, and then they come over and set a chicken on fire by accident, or build a fence sideways, all types of craziness. And then it's like, okay, well, this isn't the kind of help I need. Oh, well, you just stuck up, you do it yourself. And it's like, okay. Or
So
um, guys who tell me that,
do you think this man is just going to fall into your lap though?
no, no, I put myself out there. I just don't put myself out there like, oh, I'm looking for men, any more men out here. I'm just like, I'm available. I keep myself up when I go into public. Um, I'm not
But
um I'm not sexually active right now in my life because I have a son and it's been a couple of years. But it's like I feel like men don't know how to woo anymore, and at my age they kind of expect legs to just fall open, and that's just not
so here's the thing. Here's the thing.
hmm.
What you don't. It's just like I don't know how long you've been here, but it's like I said earlier. I reached so far up financially, and I got the money, but I neglected the network. I made that mistake. I reached so far up to get the cash, then I neglected the real part. So for you, you worked so hard to get the money, to get the income, to get the
Neglected the
farm, and you neglected to connect with the
relationship.
man and connect with the relationship. It's not to
I
discredit
think that's
nothing you
really
did.
unfair to say that I neglected to do something. I put myself out there. I put
No,
myself
but
out there.
okay.
I,
So what I'm trying to say is that now, since you've already increased your standard, I don't think you realize that your lifestyle, the man that you think that you can look up to or that you is going to come in control, he's actually now below you now because he's a farmer. You want him to be a farmer.
no, we are farmers. It's not going to be you're a farmer and I'm your boss telling you what to do, or
I
that's what I'm
didn't say anything about being a boss. You said that, but
No, I'm
what I'm
saying
saying,
I because I was saying I want a man who doesn't look at me and say, "Oh, this beautiful soft ass female is masculine because she went and got the dream that she wanted," or "This beautiful soft ass person with a vagina between their legs their entire life is so masculine because she's a farmer now." And it's like,
no, I'm not saying
and I
anything
look at
about
these
that.
people online. If you will remember YouTube, they have all these families who do agriculture together, and it's the man and the woman side by side, both in the dirt, growing their own
Okay,
food so that their food that they
but
eat won't be poisoning them.
okay,
Let me ask you a question real quick. So, I mean, do you have a preference as far as when it comes to the ethnicity of the man?
I do. I would prefer it to be a black man.
Okay. Do what I mean, I don't know. I'm like sincerely asking you. Um, do you know like what percentage of like black men in our country, or even where you're located, like are into agriculture?
It seems very, very, very low. I don't know a specific percentage. Most of my friends that I made in agriculture have been through Facebook or some other social media, and a lot of them are down south. And when I find people up north who are into it, it is far and few between. That's all I
Oh,
can say.
okay.
right. So
So Miss Antoinette, if I mean, how much longer, like, and I'm not putting no timeline on it, just in your life in general. If you just like, if you're swearing up and down that this man needs to be into agriculture, he needs to have the same exact interests as you, how long are you willing to, like, wait to find this man, um before you either start showing interest in men that have other interests? Or because I asked that, Miss Antoinette, because another thing that I've talked about on my platform, or even talked about with Rob, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but I think there's a lot of women, Miss Antoinette, that they try to treat men like build a bear. Like, you try to like build a man, like, you want him to have these certain accessories, you want to be able to do this, and it's like, well, us human beings, both men and women, we're not robots, Miss Antoinette. So the chances of you, Rob, or myself finding a human being that's going to be the 100% exactly the way we want them to be is very slim to none.
Okay, so um, how long am I willing to wait?
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to do agriculture and do farming, and I'm going to continue to keep myself up. I and it's not like I just refuse to talk to people who have their own interests. It's not at all like that. It's just I want somebody who has one interest that I have, or shoot, if you're coming at me on a whole different level, then don't come at me specifically for the relationship. Come at me for a friendship, and then let's see what can grow. But as far as people who like, oh, I know it's for a relationship, then I know that you should have at least already come this far to know who I am, where I'm going to be. If I become somebody's wife, I don't want somebody who's going to be complaining that I got dirt under my nails from time to time, or
Ma'am.
that
And here's what I'm trying to
Thank
tell
you for
you
the
now.
roses.
Listen, I'm not disrespecting anything you're talking about, but for me being from the South, where you say you at?
I'm in the south suburbs of Chicago.
Okay,
Okay.
you in Chicago.
We
Yeah,
both in the
Chicago.
The
Midwest.
blackest suburb based on home ownership in America.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
both we
okay.
we, we both in the Midwest, Miss Antoinette. I don't know any black people interested in agriculture in Chicago. But go ahead,
Yeah,
Rob.
what so what here's what I'm trying to say is, as a man from the South, where it's all farms, I grew up around farms and cows and horses and all this kind of stuff, and you being in Chicago, and then you want the man that don't mind that you want to go and grow tomatoes and cucumbers in the suburbs of Chicago, that's going to be a difficult find to get.
So
And
should
the
I
whole
leave my
thing, huh?
so should I leave my entire family to go down south and find a man, or
No, but all I'm saying, somebody summed it up better, is that you excelled so far ahead that man, that it's just gonna be difficult for you to find that kind of guy. I'm not saying that it can't happen. It's always a possibility, right? But that man is in a very, very small margin, and at that point, a man that's in the agriculture and is a farmer in the suburbs, and he wants
Rob,
to, and he
right. Her and I both live in the Midwest. Like I live in Minneapolis. She live in Chicago. If she said she was in Iowa or something like that,
right,
she probably would have had like Rob, like I'm
right,
sorry, like I keep it real and I'm very respectful. I keep it like Rob. I'm not gonna go to I don't know, the gas station to try to like find dry fits, to wear to the gym. Like it's not gonna be at the gas station. So, like I said, if she was somewhere Iowa, if she was somewhere where that stuff is prevalent, that'll make sense. But like I said, we both in the Midwest. I don't know too many black men that's into agriculture in Chicago or in Minneapolis for that matter. So
look,
I
I
mean,
know it ain't been working, and it probably ain't gonna start working. What little Sammy Chanel got to say about it? Y'all heard my feelings.
It's not impossible though. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but it's definitely not impossible though. I
no,
would put
I never
I
said it was
never said it was
impossible.
impossible,
yeah,
ma'am. I'm just
I
saying we
yeah,
have to play. We have to put ourselves in position. We have to align ourselves to like whatever it is we're trying to obtain. We have to make sure that we're properly aligning ourselves to like get in the right position to get whatever it is that we're trying to get. That's
yeah.
all I'm saying. I
I
don't know
I
where. Go ahead.
I do understand. I'm not trying to cut you off,
You're
but
fine.
I wouldn't. I like I said, it's not impossible. The way I met my husband, I knew my husband through Facebook. I knew my husband for 2 years through Facebook because we follow the same beliefs. If she, gets into like maybe a gardening group on Facebook and she starts interacting with men or getting an agriculture group on Facebook or anything, she could connect with anyone. It could possibly happen. I didn't even think I was gonna marry my husband. I knew my husband for 2 years online. We talked maybe 3 months after knowing each other and really talking exclusively, and we've been married for 2 years. I'm from
Right.
South Carolina. He's from Delaware. And we
Hmm.
both are into agriculture. Both of us.
That's positive. So
Yeah.
here's my thing.
Yeah.
What's this Antoinette right here? Antoinette.
Mm-hmm.
So would you be willing to move?
I did make
Um,
that sacrifice and move for my husband. I will say that. I did make that sacrifice.
That's what I just said. Love as my Chanel. Like
it's
you
So
aligned
terrifying.
yourself in a proper. You aligned yourself to like get what you wanted. It only
cause,
makes sense.
And I
'cause-
also not trying to cut you off either. I also prayed a year. I prayed a whole year that the Most High would send me a husband also. So
okay,
prayer is a big
that's
part of it
good.
too.
Yeah, that's good, but that ain't got nothing to do with farming and trying to get a man that want to farm.
Right.
Maybe I shouldn't have usurped the
I
whole
mean, it
thing.
does have something to do with it because the Most
Yeah,
High will
but
supply all your needs. Has a lot to do with it.
yeah, that's cool. But faith without work is dead. We're not going to tell this woman to pray for a year. That don't got nothing to do with trying to get her a man that want to farm.
Right.
I mean, I just tell her several ways she can get a man who farms. I mean, what
Yeah,
do you
but
mean?
here's my thing is we need to be have some practical effort behind what she want to get done. Because in Chicago, I'm proud that she got a farm, but here's my thing: are you willing to move, Miss Antoinette?
It would take selling my house and my land and being alone. Like I have a big Chicago family, so it's a scary idea to move and be alone with a child to another state.
Okay. So Miss Antoinette, then what do you prioritize then? Do you prioritize trying to be in a relationship and be married to a man, or do you prioritize your house and your what do you prioritize more? If you say that you have to do all of those stuff, because I think the answer is easy. If you prioritize relationship and possibly getting married to a man and doing the things that you say you want to do, then I think you would easily be open to moving. But if not, then I think you would easily not be open to moving and stay where you are and continue to get the results that you've been getting.
Okay, I hear you all and I hear what your opinions are and I appreciate them and I receive them. And I'm not trying to keep beating my head against the same brick wall. It's not
No,
that at
I'm.
all.
Here's
It's
my thing. I'm not banging your head against the wall because my
no,
whole thing is I'm not here to beat up nobody. I'm trying
no,
to get
baby. I
what
was
Right.
saying
I'm
I
trying
wasn't
to.
trying to bang my head against the wall. I wasn't trying to
Yeah,
do that to
because the thing
myself.
is, it can happen, but you got to make the sacrifice. Like me, I've been talking about me. Now they're talking about you. I made some sacrifices, and I moved too freaking fast. I should have did this and this and this, and I would have had a better result. But instead, I got too narrow minded about just going where I was going instead of trying to get a wife, instead of trying to date this one person and trying to accept this. So you just got to make some decisions because I think what you're talking about is positive because we do need some black farmers. That's a whole nother conversation. But I'm thankful that you in agriculture because that's something that we need,
Right.
especially
Right.
in the
Mm-hmm.
next up couple
Yep.
years. So I support you all day on that.
That's
I'm
why
not
I
gonna
thought it
just
would
Right.
be easy to find somebody no matter where I was. And I thought
no.
that I was bringing something to a community of black people who had literally left it behind on purpose 2 generations ago.
Right. So one more time, I'm gonna let you know I completely respect that you want to be a farmer and into agriculture and you into building community and all that stuff. That's a big credit to you. But when it comes down to finding a man that want to farm, listen, he's out there because I grew up in the South. I don't got no problem getting dirty. I
Mhm.
grew up with a hoe and chopping wood and all that kind of stuff. That's fine with me. He's out there, but are you willing to move, or would you be accepting if he moved where you at, and you still respect him as a man?
Yes, I would definitely still respect him as a man. That's been one argument I've gotten like so much since I got the land is, oh, I don't want to come stay on some woman's land and she gonna be bossing me around. And I'm like, why would I want to do
Right.
that to you? If I wanted you here, I would want to behave so that you would want to stay here. I wouldn't be trying to
Okay.
go pick my
So
cotton, Negro. I'm not gonna do that. You know,
So here's what I'll tell you. If that's going to be that's going to be something tough to work out, because the way
Especially in
that culture is
Chicago.
with. Here's why I'm saying it's tough.
I can't hear him.
Of a farmhand man.
There you go.
Hello.
Yeah, we
okay, we
can hear
just
you
started
now.
hearing you again.
Hello.
Okay, we can hear you now.
We can hear you.
Uh-oh.
We can hear you, Rob. We can hear you.
Okay. So it's the mentality of a man of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the mindset of that guy is going to be a little bit different.
Yes.
You understand that part?
Yes.
So if he
Agreed.
was to come into your home, it can be no doubt that you got to respect his manhood.
Of course I would.
But you that's your thing. You got to make sure it's very clear to him that there's no
Threat.
kind of pushback against his manhood just because he moved there with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just attitude. That don't got nothing to do with money, anything. That's just attitude.
Right.
Your attitude.
Yes. It could be. I don't think that I push, but I think that it's hard for me to put out there what all the benefits are up front when I know that because I offer because I offer the type of benefits that I do, a lot of people will be trying to fake the funk. I had a dude tell me he was so in the plants. He was driving around with all these house plants in his car. Turns out he had just borrowed them from a bunch of people in his neighborhood, had all these house plants in his car. And I had to figure it out once the cold hit and he just let them all die. I'm like, so these were plants were important enough for you. You know, it's like I don't want to feel like I've
So
stolen
here's
this
the thing about
lie.
that.
I hear you. I receive what
No, no,
y'all are
no.
saying.
You're fine. What all I'm saying is that kind of guy, even because you're in a place where those guys are few and far between. But I grew up around those men, and the thing is, they I don't know what's in your mind, but they don't look like um
Mm.
models. Like they don't like they're just like down in the dirt kind of guys.
Who, farmers?
Right.
Yeah, they got big old strong hands, and sometimes they be all calloused and hard and stuff, and they got dirt under their
Right. They
nails
hard, and
and
that's what I'm
thick
talking about.
stuff.
They're hard men. Right.
They
Are
got
you
thick.
fine with that?
I love that.
I love it
Okay,
too,
cool.
girl.
Yeah.
Okay, well you're good to go then. As long as you can accept that. As long as you can accept that, because the thing is, he if you want that guy, hopefully it matches up to what you telling me you want him to do at your farm.
What do you mean? The things my benefits? You mean the benefits of
Right.
being? I I I would like to say yes. Can't.
Miss Antoinette, Rob, yeah, Rob. I asked her that question earlier, and I didn't get it. She didn't directly answer the question, Rob. But correct me if I'm wrong, Rob. But it doesn't sound like she's interested in like moving anywhere else, and she wants a man to like come to her. Let's be all the way real. Does it sound like that, or am I tripping?
Well, no, it's not that I don't want to. It's hard.
Rob. What does it sound like? Be real. Be real.
I,
People in the com.
I
Okay, listen. If she sounds like she wants a man to come to her, put a smiley face.
but
If she does sound like she's open to moving, put a crying face. I doesn't. She didn't answer it directly when I asked her, but to me, it sounds like she doesn't wanna. She's not
no,
open to moving.
but she needs to. But she'll be willing to make the sacrifice.
It don't sound like it to me,
It's not out
And
of the question.
Antoinette,
Rob.
Okay, well,
truly,
when do you want me to move without any like idea where the man is going to be
No,
at?
Miss Antoinette, like I said, it all comes down to what you prioritize at the end of the day. And listen, if you don't, if you prioritize, if you like got the mindset, I work so hard to obtain this, and I don't want to
mm-hmm.
leave this alone, and I work so hard to get my house, I don't want to up and leave it. that's
Right.
fine. But just say that. There's nothing wrong with that. But just
Right.
also know that the type of man that you want is probably not more likely than not going to be open. Just as a man, not going to be open to like dropping everything that he done work for and going to like move with you. Like, let's be real. Does the do women move in with men more, or do men move in with women more? So what type of man do you want, and do you think that the type of man
People who
that you
don't.
really do want, do you think that they're going to be interested in moving to you? Because if that's the case, I don't think we'd be sitting on here talking about this right now. Like, let's be real.
I think whoever has a home usually stays put, and the person without a house already moves to them.
Yeah,
But
but
do
the
you want
thing
a man
is,
without a house?
If I want to
but
keep my house, then I would need to be in that
Miss
situation. But
Antoinette, do you want a
there are good
man? Do you
situations
want
where a
a
man
man
cannot have
without
a
a
house.
house? Do you want a
If he
man
has an
without a
apartment,
house?
do I want a homeless man? No. Do I want a man who may not be living in a mortgage based home? That wouldn't be a terrible thing.
yeah, but the thing, but here's my things. Somebody just said it. Supervillain just said it. A farmer with no home. You want a farmer that's at least
I
25.
farmed on other people's land first.
Say what?
I farmed on borrowed land first.
Right, but what I'm saying is the man that you want, he's already gonna have a home and land and all that kind of stuff. A farmer ain't living in no apartment building.
I'm trying to convert a non-farming community into one with agriculture.
Right, it's that's a
So I thought I would
possibility.
find somebody, and maybe I'm just wrong for still thinking this way, but think I'm going to find somebody who has the interest. I teach people about agriculture, who has the interest and wants to hang around enough because they like agriculture and they like my personality, that we have time to become friends. And I realize now
Rob,
that this is like my whole fantasy of how it works. And I know
Rob, Rob,
it isn't
Rob, take the
going to
gloves
work
off,
for me.
brother. Take the gloves off, brother. She just said, I teach agriculture. I'm hoping I can." Rob, she wants to either she wants somebody to move to her, and or she wants to try to like convert somebody into like what her interests are. Like, let's Rob, just call it what it is. Call it what
I
it is,
wasn't
Rob.
raised in agriculture. It's not that. I wasn't raised in agriculture. I had to learn something new. So I'm thinking,
Rob,
you know,
call it what it is.
Yeah, but I no, I'm not trying to beat nobody up. I'm not
We
beating
not beating
nobody up. I'm
nobody up,
talking
bro.
about
But
what
I'm
I'm
just
talking
calling
about.
it what it. I'm
But
just, bro. She's saying.
from because this is the topic that I know. I know this one, and the men that like to farm is just being converted from a city apartment lounge life into tilling, playing with chickens and shoveling poop and all that stuff. It's not something that's going to happen overnight.
I understand that. But then I don't want somebody who wants to nail it down and make it a relationship that's full on benefits before we're sure that you're going to, be okay with moving in this direction.
Right. I listen. I'm not gonna keep beating you down. I want to keep talking. I'm gonna say it's a possibility because I
Because I
mean
still have
maybe
hope. Might as
yeah
well
I would say
have hope with me.
because the thing is we got the internet now. We got the internet and men are smart and I'm thinking positive. So if a man is already a farmer, he has a home, you know what? Maybe if he's above you in the socioeconomic agricultural space, maybe he has a knowledge that I don't have, right? He can say, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have you move in with me, and I'm gonna have somebody go and manage your land over there in Chicago."
Exactly.
And maybe he can finesse and work something out. But the whole thing is just for you to try to convert a city guy into a farmer guy, that's gonna be a whole nother animal right there. You don't want to be dealing with.
Hmm.
I would say your best bet is to keep pushing so hard. Maybe find another farmer. You like put your like head to the next farm down the street and see what he got going on.
There was a duck farm guy, but he lost his ducks, and then he didn't have his farm no more. But I understand what you're saying. I receive it.
Right.
I
So
receive it.
those are your two options, man. I'm giving you realistic options, okay? You need to go to the next farm down the street and knock on his door and say, "Hey, excuse me, Mr. Farmer Man. Um, are you single? Can we go and have a date and see
Rob,
what's going on?"
Rob, she wants one of us, Rob. Well, how many of us? And I'm from the Midwest, bro. Her and I both live. I just told you, bro. That's very unlikely. Do you want to? If she wanted a white man, she could probably go. She probably wouldn't be on here right now. But bro, we got to be real. So just align yourself. Like I said, align your. You're not like bro. I've said
I'm
what
not.
she's trying to do. So
No,
that's
I'm
gonna be
not paying
very tough
attention.
to do.
No, I'm not paying attention to nobody in these comments. That's what needs to happen, Miss Antoinette. You need to search in a 3 hour radius of where you at. Find you the next black farmer and get all in his business.
All right.
If he looked good to you, and he got his life in order, and he got a farm, and he like to get dirty, you need to get in this freaking business.
Okay.
And your next option is you need to get on the little groups or whatever going on and start talking to people and seeing who you can get that's above you in the game, that knows what's going on, and they can put you in position.
Listen to everyone in this chat. If y'all know or are connected with any black men that are single farmers, please tap them in with Miss Antoinette. Y'all see her TikTok right there, Antoinette M. Lewis. Make sure y'all tap her in with them. Miss Antoinette, tell them your Facebook.
A.M. Lewis Farms. A.M. Lewis Farms. That's me.
Hey, you said you got are there any websites, any links, anything that any black man that is looking for a black woman in agriculture can get in contact with you? Please plug yourself. I'm trying to help you. Plug yourself right
Yeah,
now.
we trying to be positive, man.
That's
Positive.
all we do, Miss Antoinette. Please, we're trying to help you. So say your Instagram, your Facebook, any other links you may have. And again, anyone in the chat that is interested in helping this woman out, please, if you know anybody and you can tap her in with anybody, please do so. But Miss Antoinette, go ahead and plug whatever you want to plug right now, please.
Okay. On Facebook, I'm A.M. Lewis Farms, and um, the website was amlewisfarms.com. It may not be up anymore. Uh,
Oh, okay.
I mean, I be on Stronger Roots on Facebook, which is the only agriculture dating group that I know about for Black folks, and I'm here. I believe
Okay.
in
But
Jesus.
wait, let me ask you something else though. Does you still want to like find this man physically attractive? I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Do you have any height requirements? Do you have any do you have any requirements when it comes to physical appearance?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because
Um.
and the only reason I ask you this because I like to deal with reality, and I'm very analytical, and like I said, you're already at a very big disadvantage looking for the ethnicity of man. And
Mhm.
again, you said you do want him to find him physically attractive, but being that you're already at a deficit for the number in the ethnicity, um you know you're not I'm assuming you're not just gonna just pick the first one that comes to you. You're gonna
I'm
want
not
to find
looking
them
for the
physically.
Boris Kojo of agriculture or the Idris
Okay.
Elba of
Okay.
agriculture.
Okay.
I
Okay.
understand one. Well, I don't feel like even you guys are good examples because you're both attractive on the better half of the attractive scale easily. You got to look Michael Che or better. That's rude
Okay.
to Michael Che. I didn't mean to make it sound like Michael Che, but
do you
But
like
do you have an age requirement, Miss Antoinette?
35 and older and
mm,
under 50 because I would like to have another baby.
Do you have
okay,
a
say
height do you
under.
have a height requirement?
Um, I am 5'6". I think that the height requirements, as much as you see women talking about they want somebody 6 feet, height requirements are really on the man.
Mm,
Because
So you'll be cool with it with a man that's 5'8" or 5'9".
on date,
Huh?
and that's the thing. Like it sounds 5'8" sounds short, but I know that when you put it on the body of a man and he's standing over you, you
mm-hmm.
still feel all the things that you need to feel that you usually don't, that you think you can only get from a 6 foot tall man. I'm
Right.
saying short ain't bad. No, and
so
five
you're
eight is. I mean,
so you're cool with 5'8",
m-
5'9".
men who have been shorter than me have not liked me.
Mm.
Do you have a certain build? that you
So
prefer?
I think that shorter men have a men who are, because I'm a 5'6" woman. I guess that's not exactly like a short woman.
It's not a tall woman.
5'6" is fine. You'd be all right.
Do you have a build
I
requirement?
like a range of different men shapes.
Okay.
Like I don't think I deserve the most fit football player because you know, I'm not 90 pounds and athletic, but I'm also not um, out of shape. So
Yeah, but
just
here's the
I
thing.
mean, a man is a man. I think that all those things that you're talking about are really like those things that the look at things are the men are the ones who are looking at. Oh, she got to have a booty this big. She got to have a waist this small. And I think women are just looking for somebody who's going to treat them right, act right, not trying to cheat.
Rob, come on, bro.
Um,
Nah,
Miss
here's the thing.
Antoinette, Miss Antoinette, we can't do that, Miss Antoinette. That's being very disingenuous, Miss Antoinette. We are living in a current modern day society to where when women say what their preferences are, they are referred to as standards. When men say what their preferences are, they start being called misogynistic. They start being called body shaming. A lot of
I'm
women.
not against men having preferences. I'm just
Okay,
saying
you
that
you
the
might
the
not be, but
questions
I'm
you were
just
asking
saying.
me.
I'm just saying for you to say that I think it's just men that are concerned. Like I want her booty to be this big. I want her to be this tall. Like to say that women don't be saying that they want a man of a certain height. They want a man to make a certain amount of money. They want a man's Johnson to be a certain size. They want him to have this certain sort of career. But when a man says, "Oh, I want her to wear natural hair. I don't want her to wear too much makeup. I don't want her to wear no makeup at all. I want her to be this tall." Like it's all of us. It's like he's body shaming. He's like doing too much now, so we can't do that.
So here's what I'm going to say. I'm gonna try to say this clearly. First of all, we're already clear that man is not going to be stepping out of a Tyler Perry movie. Okay, that's going to be a rarity. He's not going to come out and be a fucking 6'2", 230, neck muscles, all this kind. He ain't coming. Okay,
Hmm.
he ain't coming. Just
Right.
kick
I
that out of
said
your
that.
mind.
I said that. I don't want Boris Kojo or Idris
Okay,
Elba.
yeah, let's kick.
Honestly,
Idris
all the
Elba is
heifers
not
trying to
coming out
get
of
their.
hopping out the farm truck. He ain't pulling up on you. Okay, if
I,
it happened, God bless you. I'll send you $1,000. But just put that out your mind. Okay.
it was never in my mind. I don't want the Boris Kojo of farmers.
Okay.
So
I
that
just wanted to
hundred
make
different
sure.
females be showing up on my farm every day,
At least you're
trying to
Right.
being
have fun.
realistic. That's cool.
Right. Right. So here's my thing. When it comes down to this guy, he's there for you, baby. But guess what? As much as you've done for yourself, as high as you've went, as much as you accomplished, you need to be ready for him. You need to be in place for him, not the other way around.
Okay.
He doesn't
So what
have
do
to
you?
prepare for you. You need to prepare for him
Why is it one way?
because that's the way it's got. That's the way it is. See, that's what I'm saying. You trying too hard to be in control. You need to be prepared for him,
Hmm?
Antoinette.
I got to prepare for him.
You need to be prepared for what he got going on.
Okay. So you're saying that I shouldn't be holding on to the farm thing because I have to prepare myself for what the man that I want to be with, what he's got going on in his life.
No, you can hold on to the farm thing, but what I'm telling you is you need to be prepared for him. So you need to put
Oh
in the
man.
work to make yourself available and make yourself ready for whatever he got going on. You need to put yourself in a position to be led.
Man.
That's not negative.
I'm just trying to figure out how to do that from a position of right now. I'm running my own life.
Oh man.
I understand that, but
You
listen,
want me to put on a leash and walk around with it in front of me? Like, explain it to me a little
no,
bit. I was
no,
being sarcastic, but
I
explain.
know, but Listen to what I'm saying. You did all that great stuff. You got your farm. You did everything you needed to do. That's awesome. That's great. But now you need to be smart enough to step back and let the man put you in a position where you feel comfortable and he's in a leadership role. Ain't no farmer man coming to you to be partners.
Right.
Mhm.
Not a farmer man. Not a man with calluses on his hand that wrangle cows and choke chickens.
Hey, Miss Antoinette, love as my Chanel says she found you on Facebook and she also wrote you on there. So make sure you check your Facebook, all right?
Okay, I will.
All right.
Do you understand that though?
Yes, I
Because
think.
if you fight that, you're gonna extend this search further and further and further. Just like me.
Mm,
It's like I'm not picking on you. I'm picking on me, right? I went so far, so fast trying to chase the dollar that I need to step back and put myself in a position to engage with people and engage with the network and not be so selfish and focused on me. Now that you done got your farm and everything and you done been in charge, you need to step back and be a cute, pretty little in distress farmhand that needs to be told what chicken to grab, what tool to grab, and you'll make yourself a little bit more approachable for these men.
okay. You just gave me an idea. I'm gonna have a whole new series of. Ooh, I don't know what to do with these seeds. They go in the air or on the ground, and then just see how many men write in like, "Baby, you got to put them seeds in the
Right,
ground." I'd be like, "Oh, you just my hero."
Miss
right,
Antoinette, Raven in the comments said, trust in that man and prepare to be taken care of. Don't
right,
fight it.
right,
I'll be good when I get one, y'all.
right. You're gonna be all right.
I promise. Thank you all for
You
all of
got it.
your
Yeah,
advice
thank you for
and
coming
help.
on, Miss Antoinette. Listen, like
Yeah,
you
that was
said, like
nice.
nobody, no one here, like you wasn't, no one's trying to corner you, no one's trying to, we
No,
don't do that, we don't do that. We just try to speak facts, reality. We try to help people. It's like for real, like I really, I really even hope before the end of this year you find this black man that's interested in agriculture and wants to move to you. I don't know how. Listen, that's gonna be very tough, but I hope I hope you find what you're looking for, and it's the ideal situation for you very much sooner than later. Honestly,
right.
Hmm.
You got it. It's gonna work out as long as you and long. Listen, forget these comments. Forget what you think you saw on TikTok. Forget what you saw on YouTube. Be a lady. Be a lady. Especially when it comes down to the lifestyle that you want. Be a lady. Ignore your friends. Be a lady. Be soft. Don't be in no man face. Don't be telling him I got a farm and I got. Be
right?
soft. Act like you don't know what the heck going on.
Hmm.
That's how
I'm
you
gonna
gonna win.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna send y'all up some pictures of the farm this year. We'll see
Yeah,
how it all
please,
work out.
please do. And like I said, man, listen, like I said, Miss Antoinette, make sure you're aligning yourself to you know obtain whatever it is that you're trying to obtain. It's like, like I said, love is my Chanel. She messaged you on Facebook. I'm sure she got, I don't know, some groups or some organizations. Like make sure you're doing things to help yourself too. Like, don't have this man is going to fall in my lap mentality. Don't think I'm going to manifest this man. God gonna send me this man. Don't listen to none of that stuff that a lot of women be saying. It's not true. Okay, I'm sorry to say that, but don't you have to put in work. You have to put in work as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me put it like this to you. Let me put it like this to you. The same man that you're looking for, there's other black women that are in agriculture that are looking for that black man as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
if you think that you don't need to compete, you are very highly mistaken. If you think that because you're Miss Antoinette and you just feel so entitled and God's gonna send him your way, you are highly mistaken. You are gonna have to compete just like them other women have to compete. So
Right.
I'm just being real with you.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't, Hmm. I
It
dig it. I don't. I just don't want to keep you all engaged in just like in me. But I'm as far as
just accept
transportation
it.
goes.
Accept it. Accept it. That's all you gotta do.
My other interests. I'm a homeschooler, and I'm trying to stay involved in my little community that I'm proud of.
Mm-hmm.
Chana was asking a bunch of questions. Size 14.
Hold on,
Uh,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We gonna go Kevin Samuels real quick. Uh, we gonna go Kevin Samuels real quick. Ma'am, how tall are you?
I'm 5'6",
Dress size.
14,
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
200.
You said 5'6",
I got.
dress size 14,
Mm-hmm.
200. Okay. What do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, fresh face out of the shower, and you cannot use 7?
8.
8?
Mm-hmm.
So 8 is Beyonce, 9 is Kelly
8
Rowland,
is Beyonce.
Y'all
Beyonce
8
is
is
crazy,
10.
man.
Beyonce,
You
9 is
crazy,
Kelly
man.
Rowland, and 10 is Rihanna. So you rate yourself on the same level as Beyonce.
Now,
No, I think Beyonce is a 10.
hey, but hold on. Check this out. If she want a farm hand, they don't want skinny minis. Farm hands need something they can hang on to now. So
Mm-hmm.
you
Can't
got
go out
you
there
got
getting lost in the field. Nope. You right.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm like, I'm definitely not ugly. Never been
No,
called anything but cute in the face.
yeah,
And
you're
body
not
wise,
ugly.
I've always wanted to lose weight, but 200 isn't isn't 300. I guess. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm good enough to get somebody.
No. You good. You good.
Yeah.
Noble acting up.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing with you, Miss Antoinette. Ain't nobody trying to get on your case. We just playing with you. Do you know who Kevin Samuels is?
Yep.
So you've seen him do that before, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was just playing with you.
Yeah. You'll be
I,
all right. We had
People
a
followed him
good
for
time.
real though. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Dang.
but listen, like I for real, I really, I just think right now, me personally, I just think right now that you're just not aligning yourself in the best position to get what it is you're trying to obtain. That's just really that's really how I feel. So I hope when you connect with when you connect with the woman that was on here on your Facebook, I hope that can help you out and speed up this process for you. And you said you want to have another child, right?
Mhm.
And you 32?
No, I had my first 39.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might really want to get on that then, honestly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My backup plan is I got this neighbor across the street, right? He bought his house few years before mine. And I'm like, hey, you could just drop some seed into one of the little test tubes
Mm.
and we can continue to be neighbors. And when I'm sick of the baby, I send her over your house. You sick of the baby, you send her over my house. No child support.
Oh my gosh.
It's a plan. Hey. They start telling me I got perimenopausal problem. I'm gonna be like, hey, somebody give me some seeds.
Oh Lord. She said make him some cakes and food. You got these women in the chat laughing right now.
It's a plan. Look, wait till you get on a 30-year mortgage and be like, this is gonna be the longest relationship I have in my life. This 30-year mortgage. And then he got one too. Well, then you
Right.
I, shoot.
And that's what I mean by practicality. All that factors into the relationship.
So, like y'all said, I'm gonna go drop him off some food eventually.
Go
Maybe
make it
that's the
happen.
problem. I got a backup plan.
No, I don't think the problem is your backup plan. I just think are you gonna communicate? Are you going to communicate with this farmer that you want to have children at 39?
Yes. Yes. Do you think it's unattractive to want to have kids at 39?
I don't think it's unattractive. I was just having a conversation about this like literally yesterday. Um, you said you wanted to be 35 plus, and I was just having a conversation about this yesterday. If you go on my profile, you could like see some of it. But I was just I was talking to this 29-year-old a couple of nights back on here, and she told me that she wasn't trying to have children until her late 30s. She said she wanted to live her best life, and she said she wanted to experience things before she like tried to have children. I told her respectfully, like, you know, you're a woman, so you're privy to what I'm about to say, but I'm like, even as men, we know that as women get older, their eggs decrease, their viable eggs decrease. We know about geriatric pregnancy. We know that the older a woman gets, the higher the increased chances of birth defects and birth complications. So I was like, a man between ages 25 and 40, like when they really do start trying to have children, they're not running and lining up to have children with woman that's like 35 plus. Just like realistically, they're not running up to try to have children with those women. They're looking to have children with women that are in their mid 20s to early 30s. So I'm not saying it's unattractive. I'm not saying at all that it's unattractive. And to the woman that's about to say, listen, I'm not saying that people obviously. I said there's increased chances, and for the woman, y'all know that there's increased chances. Y'all know everything that I just said is a fact. I never said that a 39-year-old woman or a 40-year-old woman or a woman in her 40s can't have children. I just said that it's increased chances of birth defects and
Listen,
complications, things of that nature.
you don't got to be qualifying every time you make a statement with
No, bro, but
Sperm
it's
gets
clear that a
old too.
woman.
Men think that they got the same quality of sperm from 20 to 80, but it ain't true either. Men's sperm
Okay,
get
but
older and more
the
geriatric too. And
the whole
salt the
point is the man that you want,
mhm.
you gonna have to make some sacrifices. Okay, you need to be ready to be in order right away and stop fussing and fighting and trying to be in charge and be told what to do, or you're gonna have to make some sacrifices and be able to take on a man that you can tell what to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't want to be talking about all the some men ain't don't got good nut and some women can have babies at 50 years old, all this nonsense. It's about what you got going on. At 39 years old, working a farm in Chicago in the suburbs, you ain't got much time to be wasting not having. If you want a baby, you need to have a baby yesterday. So you need to
Exactly,
get
that's
on
my
that
point, bro. That's why I say you probably should get on that sooner than later.
because you can't be pregnant managing a farm and then when the baby. This ain't the olden times.
That's what I'm okay.
This ain't the olden
All right.
times. You can't be 43, having a baby, walking around managing a farm and chasing chickens. Let's face
The
reality.
farm isn't profitable, but I have found a way to be a stay-at-home mom and keep my home going. I'm a disabled veteran.
Yeah, there's
So
nothing wrong with none of that stuff. I believe in being practical, and what's practical is the man that you want. He ain't 30 years old, trying to be a farmer and then marrying you older. And the man that's 35 that got a farm and a house ain't looking for a 39-year-old in the Chicago suburbs. So the real man that you're probably looking for is probably 45 to 50 that already got his farm profitable and somehow found you, somehow think you one of the baddest women he ever seen, and you're gonna get on his program.
And we say that respectfully, Miss Antoinette, like,
Yeah, there's
because I
no
mean,
offense.
like that's reality, Miss Antoinette, like respectfully, whether you want to like agree to it or like accept it or not accept it, that is the reality, Miss Antoinette. We're being very honest with you.
okay. I think that
I,
that's the world as you all see it from where y'all are at. And it's not that I have so much
Rob,
insight on a different world. And here,
Rob.
listen to me. But if I if I do these things that you are saying and go back to the type of woman that I was in my 20s, who's like, okay, prioritizing getting the man, and then it still doesn't happen for me. Am I as happy of a person as if I just, you know, stayed with what I was doing? And because right now I'm not, I hate if I've given off the wrong impression, but if I ended up not finding the one, then it would not be the end of existence for me.
Okay, then. So let that be it then. That's good. Let
Okay.
that be it then.
All
If
right.
you cool not having a man, then I'm cool.
I
It's not
want a
my fault.
man. I want a man, but if I have to go through
Yeah, I
all this, if I have to
understand you
give up
want
my
one, but if you
farm, move
don't get,
away, and put somebody in
I
charge of
understand.
me, even though I've been running my own life all this
I
time.
understand. You want one, but you don't need one. But you kind of want one, and you don't need one. But you don't want him to tell him you what to do. But you want him to be a leader, and you want him to be in charge, but not charge of. I get it. I understand.
No,
You want
I
him to
haven't.
have a
You act like I've
farm,
been sounding confused. I haven't been confused this whole entire time. I do want a
right?
man,
But
but if I
we
got to
going
give up
back
my
and forth. Do
farm,
you want a
sell
man or
my
not?
house, go to another state, change my stuff, even though I'm keeping myself up and taking good care of myself so that I can be prepared, I got to still go and do even further than that. I just want you all to
Well,
know that, like,
well,
I
guess
hear
what?
you and I understand what you think it's gonna take.
Guess what? Ain't no farmhand man gonna be underneath the authority of no woman.
But Miss Antoinette,
I'm not trying to
what?
put a man under my authority. I'm just
But
trying
Miss
not to.
Miss Antoinette, how successful have you? How successful have you been doing what you're currently doing?
And being happy, I've been
No,
100%
no, no, no,
successful in
no,
being happy. I've
not in
just
being
been single
happy,
too.
not in being happy in obtaining the man that you're trying to obtain. How successful have you been in doing in getting that based off of what you're doing right now? We know that
Well,
we
I have
not that
never found
successful.
the right man.
Anyway, let me get. I mean, because listen, I do this. I've done this for a living. I made money doing this. How much? How big is the acreage on the farm?
1.8 acres.
1 point what?
1.8.
1.8 acres.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, if a man come along and he talking right, and he say he wants you, sell that shit and move on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. If it's
Did
the
you
right
hear
one,
that? Did
if
you hear
it's
what
the
I
right
just said?
one, please believe that I would.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
If a man come along and he acting half decent, and he got his life in order, and he pick you, and he say, "Come along with me," sell that freaking shit and sell that house and move along and keep your mouth closed
That's never
and
been a
and be on a
problem. That's never been a
and be under a
problem.
man's authority. How
But
about
selling
that?
my farm now, selling my house and my farm now, so I could go be in another state that just has a whole bunch of agricultural men.
Okay, but did you hear what I just said?
Yes, what you just said made a lot more sense.
Okay, perfect. And I'm gonna say it one more time so you can get it right. If a man come along, he's acting
And he
half
got to,
decent,
and he's the right type of dude, and he's
right?
acting right. Give him that chance, and then if he shows that he really is the right one, just be willing to sell my farm. I'm willing to do that. I just don't want to sell it and be back to apartment chick just so I can say that
No,
I'm
I
moved.
never said nothing about no apartments. You said you want a farmer. He already got a house. He got his own things going on. He needs you to be a
Right.
lady
Like I said,
and to,
that makes
and to
perfect
be
sense.
you're not going to go from a farm to an apartment when you don't want an apartment living. You want a man that have a farm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so listen one more time. You want a farmer man that
Hold
has
on,
a
can I? I'm
house.
sorry, I hate to cut you off. It is a micro farm. Y'all ignorant as hell. If I was to call anything about you small and weak, y'all be mad. It's a micro farm, 1.8 acres, okay? And it
Okay,
is an
and
urban farm, so I sell to my neighbors. I don't have to go to a farmer's market because I sell the vegetables to my neighbors.
and ma'am, like
Hmm.
I just said, I'm from the farm. I'm from the south. Okay, I know how much an acreage is. I've done this. I manage property. I know how much an acre and a half is. I know how much 1.8 acres is. I know how big that is.
And you know what it means
And
to have 20,000 people within the city limits?
that's cool, but I know how much 1.8 acres is. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, if a man come along and he half decent, get yourself out of the control. I did it big mentality and get on his program.
I'm not in the control. I did it big mentality. I would have no problem if a man was to come along and be the right type of man with doing that. That was never an issue. But when in the beginning y'all were saying I should just move without knowing where the men are, without knowing, and I should just go to the country where there's plenty of space to hide bodies and shit, and just go out there and just be in the country waiting for a man to come find me.
No,
That
not waiting
that
for a
didn't make
man.
sense.
Not waiting for a man. I told you earlier. You need to go door knocking.
Go go door knock and get one. But again, it doesn't make sense to leave my home and my farm before. So the way you're saying it now makes a lot more sense to me than the way you were saying it before, where I should just go move.
Right, because I was trying to be nice, but now I'm just giving you results that your cousins and whoever else didn't tell you.
No, I just haven't met that dude yet, though.
Okay, well, you need to hurry up and go ahead and meet him,
Yeah,
and start knocking on some doors.
from
Start
your
showing
lips
up to
to God's
Spicy the
ears.
Farmers Market.
But again, Miss Antoinette, you haven't even been aligning yourself to meet them though.
The only way that I can say I'm not aligned, I don't go to clubs and bars. But like I said, I put
He
myself
not at
out
the
there.
club in the bar. He not at the
Right,
club in the
I'm going
bar.
to the village hall meetings, and
Okay,
I'm
go to the
dressing
village
nice. I'm
hall
going to
meeting.
church.
Okay, go to the village hall meeting. As soon as you see
Thank you
any
for the gifts,
man,
Miss. I appreciate it.
soon as you see any man looking half decent,
Thank you for the
step in
gifts.
his face and say, "What you doing tonight? Where you going?"
Thank you
Okay,
for the gifts, Miss Kana.
You got that?
okay,
Soon as you go to the little city hall, chamber of commerce, whatever meeting, and you see a man that look half decent, you step into his face. Don't wait for him to come to you. You step up to his face
Thank you for the
and
gifts,
say,
Miss
"Hey,
Kana.
how you doing? I'm Antoinette. What can I learn from you? I like to get dirty. Can I come to your farm and put my hands in your dirt?" Don't be sitting around thinking he gonna approach you because he got things going on. He got his own stuff happening. You need to step into his face.
Someone in the comments said you in Chi-Town looking for a farmer or for a garden. Thank you for the road, Lux. That's what I'm saying. Like her and I both live in the mid. That's my bad. I froze from it. That's why when she said that, I told her right away. Like that's gonna be kind of very hard to come by. I'm not that far
Miss
away. Like,
Miss
I
Antoinette, did you
want to
hear
hear.
me though?
hey,
I can hear you. I hear you both.
Do you
I
accept that?
I accept it. Yeah, I just want
Okay.
one. I just want one.
Okay,
Okay.
well you're gonna get it as long as you listen to what I just told you. Don't get off this live and think anything else than what I just told you.
Okay. All right. It's for where I'm at, y'all. I appreciate
I'm,
all the advice. I appreciate all y'all's input. I'm gonna use it to the best of my ability, and I hope y'all have a blessed one. Okay.
okay.
all right. Thank you. You have a blessed
All
Sunday
right.
as well, Miss Antoinette. Nice talking to you.
Thank you.
All right,
All
you have a
right.
good one.